step-by-step guide to make the most delicious dinner rolls just in time for your Thanksgiving dinner. First, we're gonna start with an active fed starter. And I'm gonna do 140 to 150 grams of starter. I give a roundabout number because you never know what's gonna fall in, and I just let it lay. 146. 190 grams of warmed milk, 85 grams of honey. You can also use sugar if you prefer. I feel like I get asked about maple syrup. You could try it, I haven't. 1 egg, 10 grams of salt, 470 grams of our all-purpose or bread flour. We're gonna place the lid on our handy dandy Bosch mixer. You could totally make like 3 or 4 batches in this. So if this was something, say you were looking to sell the dinner rolls for Thanksgiving, or you wanted to make a large batch because you had so many people, you could fit 4 batches in here. I can do 4 loaves of bread when I use my Bosch. I love that it's so big. On the mixer, 4 tablespoons of melted butter, and we're gonna pour that in while the dough is mixing. Once you see the dough has all pulled off the sides and has kind of formed a nice dough, we're gonna stop our mixer and we're gonna place this dough into another bowl. So where I say stretch and folds are optional. You don't have to do them, but within the next couple hours, if you're around and you have time, it's not gonna hurt the dough. Because remember, stretch and folds are kind of our way of kneading the dough, but without kneading the dough. It just helps build that extra gluten development. Again, not highly necessary, but sometimes I feel like it makes it a little better. Cover. I still have a little bit of time before I go trick-or-treating, so I'll probably do a couple stretch and folds. I'm gonna let this sit for about 8 to 10 hours on the counter to rise, and then I will shape them in the morning. All right, it's time to shape our rolls. I'm gonna spray my pan with some avocado oil. So we're trying to make these 87 grams each. So when I make these, I start by rolling in, just kind of pulling the dough from the outside into the center until I get like a little ball. And then you can just roll it in your hand. Or you can do the same motion where you put it on your countertop and just kind of fold everything into the center. And then kind of how you do the sourdough, where you kind of push it forward and turn and pull the dough under. You can go that way with it to make it round. So do whatever works best for you. Again, I'm just folding everything into the center and then just doing the little sourdough shaping of the roll just to get it nice and smooth. And there you have it. There's our dinner rolls. We're gonna cover this with some saran wrap or stretch wrap, plastic film, whatever you call it. And these are gonna go through a second rise. They could take anywhere from like 4 to 8 hours. It just depends again on the temperature. The warmer it is, the faster they're gonna rise. I have to go to work today, so I'm just gonna let them hang out all day. It's okay that there's an egg in there. I get asked that all the time. I do this with my cinnamon rolls. They sit out for a very long time. But we're gonna let these sit and then we'll bake later. All right, our dinner rolls are ready to go in the oven. We're gonna butter the top of the rolls. Just some melted butter over top. You can do this after if you like instead of before. I like to do it both before and after because butter makes everything better. And I'll take that to my grave.